Hello guys, welcome back to Daily Happenings. In this video, I'll be sharing with us very briefly on what best places we can invest our money in the year 2021. Hello guys, welcome back to Daily Happenings. It's your boy Joseph, and if you're new to this channel, if you've not hit the subscribe button yet, why not do so now by hitting the red subscribe button below. Also, you can hit the push notification bell so that you can get more updates from this channel as we keep dropping new updates. Also, you can drop your comments, you can like this video, and we will get back to you. Thank you so much. So like I mentioned earlier on, we'll be discussing on the few places you can invest your money in the year 2021. Now, a lot of us have had difficult times in the year 2020. Yesterday, I was reading an article and someone wrote there that the months of the year are January, February, March, then COVID 19, that's the quarantine period. Then we have September, October, which is probably the enters, and so many countries had the same problems of different problems this year. So many lives have been lost, so many things. So many people want to get back on their feet in the year 2021, and so many people are looking for different investment platforms where they can drop their money and actually see their money rise. You know how exciting it will be to see that you drop your investment somewhere and you see it rising and not falling. So in this video, I'll be sharing with us just a few places where we can invest in the year 2021 and actually see that investment grow. Stick with me. Okay, the first place I'm about to tell us on where we are to invest our money at is cryptocurrencies. Now, a lot of us have heard about cryptocurrencies, a lot of us have seen trends, a lot of us have seen people making so much from cryptocurrencies, but we're yet to know the how of how we can actually make money via cryptocurrencies. Now, if you look at the recent trend on cryptocurrencies, you look at Bitcoin, you look at Litecoin, you look at Ethereum, you look at so many others that have been trending in the past, you see that there is a consistent rise in the way cryptos has been moving, and you wonder what is making this market rise over time. Initially, we saw that Litecoin was about 17 to 20,000 naira. I'm using naira for now because I'm currently in Nigeria, but if you convert it to dollar, you can know the equivalent. Now, it was about 17 to 20,000 naira. Then you see Bitcoin was about 4.9 million naira. You see Ethereum was about 100,000 naira to 120,000 as at that point in time. That's during the COVID period and all that. Now you see SRP, which is Ripples, was about 70 to 75 naira at that point in time. Now, if you look at the recent trends of how those cryptos have been rising, you'll see that Ethereum currently is standing at about 289,000 naira, which at some point rose to about 300,000 naira and above. You see Bitcoin rising as high as 9.4 million naira. You see Ripples rising to 5 times its initial investment, and you see so many others rising at about 16, 20%, 50% per day. And you might have wondered, is this really a good investment? Think no more. It is a very good investment to actually start with. Now, one thing I love about cryptocurrencies is that you can enjoy the quick spread of your investments. How do I mean by that? Let's assume Litecoin was about 20,000 naira, and in a day it rose to 21,000 naira, back to 20,000 naira, like that. You'll see that from 20,000 naira to 21,000 naira, you made a 1,000 naira spread. So just imagine investing about 100,000 in Litecoin, and it rose from 20,000 naira to 21,000 naira in a minute, which means you made 5,000 naira, which is about 5% of your initial investment. Isn't that a good investment? Now, some people make use of that spread to actually make a whole lot of money. You might not see it. uh, I prefer this kind of investment, a short-term investment where you are a fast trader, because if you leave your money for quite a long time, sometimes you might actually not get that spread. You might not get as much as someone who is an active trader in this platform. So what I advise many people to do is that you take advantage of the market as it's rising and falling. You place a mark where you can sell, and you place a mark where you can buy. Although at some point you might lose some money while trading, well, it is not as much as the amount you can gain from this crypto market. Now, the world is turning towards a crypto marketing way. It's turning into, so many countries are adopting cryptos as part of their currencies, and so many things. So please try as much as possible to look into crypto marketing. Like I said in my previous video on crypto marketing, I'll be inviting some experts to talk about how we can invest in crypto markets, the right time to invest in crypto markets, and whatever you need to know about crypto marketing. I'll be inviting so many people to talk to us about it, and I myself will be talking to us on this crypto marketing. So, like I said, the number one place to invest in is cryptocurrencies. Now, also, number two place you can invest in are in fintech companies. Now, so many people ignore all these fintech companies because they feel that the percentage they give is very low, and they tend to leave their money in some places where they don't actually get any interest on their money. Now, I will advise you to this fintech marketing, although you might not put all your money, all your eggs in one basket at the time, but I'll say those fintech companies, actually, the verified ones, will actually get you somewhere at some point in time. Now, I personally, I invest my money in fintech companies. This is not a paid sponsorship. This is not a paid promotion, but I will just be mentioning a few of the ones I use to actually invest my money. I use PiggyVest, I use Cowrywise, and some others. Now, if you look at PiggyVest actually, which was Piggy Bank before, they were giving 10% on piggy bank per annum. Then on piggy flex, they have so many features where you can actually invest your money. Now, piggy vest had 10% before the inflation rate was high, and they had to drop to about 8% per annum. Now, let me just give us an insight also. If you invest about 100,000 naira in PiggyVest, that means in a year you will be making as 8,000 naira with your 100,000 naira. Now, if you leave your money in some platforms, where if you try to save your money in a platform where it won't give you, where it won't give you a, an interest rate on your money, you might just end up being poorer. How do I mean by being poorer? Now, the inflation rate in the country is actually rising at a steady rate. I think about 12 point something percent. So, in a year, if you are holding, let's assume you're holding 1,000 naira, that means in a year you will not be worth that 1,000 naira anymore, because that one, the amount you can use that 1,000, what you can use the 1,000 naira to buy as at that point in time, you can't use it to buy it again at another point in time. So I advise you to make use of all these fintech companies. Not all though, because there are a lot of scammers these days that come out to claim they are fintech companies, and they just end up leaving your money. And just a disclaimer in this video, please try as much as possible to avoid Ponzi scheme. What do I mean by Ponzi schemes? Ponzi schemes are platforms where they tell you to drop your money, let's say 1,000 naira, and you have to get 10,000 naira in 2 minutes. No, and you have to invite so many other people. Ponzi scheme, should I call it market? Ponzi scheme market is very volatile and can close at any point in time. Your money is not safe in those platforms. So this is just a disclaimer. Please avoid Ponzi schemes. Also, you can, the third aspect to tell us to invest in this edition on the best ways to invest your money in the year 2021 is to invest in buying foreign currencies. Foreign currencies. Let me give an instance. Just imagine you had bought dollar in the year 2015 when dollar was about, I think, 200 and something naira, and you are in 2020 where dollar is about 500 naira, which means you have made, on every dollar you have made about 300 naira on each dollar. So if you had bought dollar of 200,000 in 2015, that means you would have made a spread of about 300,000 naira at this point in time. So investing in those platforms is actually best because the value of naira keeps depreciating, and for you to make much, you have to invest in all these foreign currencies. There are so many other foreign currencies you can invest in so that you can get so much money from it. Also, you can invest in forex. Now, a lot of people don't know how to invest in forex. A lot of people go through classes to invest in forex, and a lot of people just get so many things that are not right. Now there's something I forgot to mention, that at the crypto marketing point, it also passes for forex marketing. There's something called the bearish market, there's something called the bullish market. Now the bullish market is when the market keeps rising, or like rising and rising and rising. The bullish market is when you can't really predict where the market is going to. So your money can drop at any time. The curve can be rising as high as this and just dropping one day. That's called the bearish market. Now the bullish market, like I said, it just keeps rising. And many people claim to be gurus when it's a bullish market. What do I mean by gurus? Now, I can remember the time where Ethereum started rising, and I started seeing on so many people's WhatsApp status that they are Ethereum gurus, they know so much about these things. Believe me, a great percentage of them didn't know anything about crypto marketing. They just felt they knew so much about it, but they didn't know so much about it. They just saw the market rising, and when it started dropping at some point in time, everybody opted out. Everybody was silent at that point in time. That was a bullish market. So everybody claimed to be gurus. So be careful of where you invest in. And some people actually collect your money to invest for you. Now these platforms are made so